Hey, what up guys? It's Mike here, your design guru, and we are on the third part on this series. So for a recap on the last part, we've talked about the basic tags in HTML and basic CSS properties. And with this knowledge, we've came up with a simple structure of our layout, which is the header is on the right position, which on the top, and the main content, which on the left, the sidebar on the right, and the footer on the bottom. So in this video, we will talk about and focused on how we are going to completely mark up this design in HTML. Like in the header section, we will cover how to mark up the logo and the navigation links. Also in the main content, the post, which composed of thumbnail and some information right here. And on the sidebar will be widgets, and on the footer is a simple just copyright text. So without any further say, let's go ahead and let's get started. So I left you with this code. So open up index.html right here, and let's focus first on the header part. Also, I would like to talk about that it is important to comment out every part of the HTML structure. Like on the header section, if the closing tag is on like this on this example, you need to comment it out by typing in like that. Then so this opening tag, then exclamation point, then the minus sign, then your comment text like end header, then space, then minus minus, then closing tag. So like that. So you will know if we have bunch of codes, you will know that this right here is the end of the header section. So note that and make sure you know how to do it. So now let's get started on the header part. So first is the logo. Let's go back here. So based on my learnings and what I have learned, the most common technique or to mark up the logo is by wrapping it on an H1 tag and an anchor tag, so that the logo will be clickable and it will link on to the desired path, which is the index.html. So open up H1 tag and open up an anchor tag, and the reference will be index.html. You can give it a title. In this case, we will name it HTML5. And then the name of the logo, which is HTML5 also. Close the anchor tag and close the heading tag. Hit on save by pressing Ctrl S on the keyboard and go back to our web browser and preview this. So as you can see, we have now on unstyled H1 element and can be clickable. So if we're going to inspect element this, as we know that the H1 is display block and has a font size of 2 ms. So we will get rid of this exceed padding here later on CSS. So let's just focus first on the HTML markup. The other thing is to let's comment this out so that it will ignored by the browser to read by commenting it out. The other one is by simply open a anchor tag, and inside it will be a reference to the image. So for example, if we're going to export this, so to export a element on the design, by pressing Control on the keyboard and click on the certain element, as you can see right here, it is selected on the layers panel. Control A to select all and Control X to cut it. Now go to File, New, and this properties right here is exactly the same width and height to the cut element we did. So don't touch it and click on OK. Control V and paste it, and make sure you hide the background so that it will transparent. Now we need to save this as Save for Web by pressing also Alt Shift plus Control S. Then make sure that it is on PNG 24 so that the background is completely transparent. So select it and hit on save. Go ahead to our directory, image director, and save it. Name it as logo.png. Go back right here, and the source will change it to the directory images, then logo.png. Hit and save. Go back to the web browser, preview it, and now we have the logo, but it is not positioned right, so just bear with me and we will take care of it when we proceed to styling it on CSS. So I don't prefer this type of markup. I prefer this one, so I'm going to show you how to, so we'll stick on this one and I will show you how to style it on CSS on the later videos. So just ignore that and save. So let's proceed to the navigation. So most common navigation is placed in an unordered list, and inside it will be links, list of links like we did on the basic HTML tags we've discussed on the later videos, or I mean on the previous videos. So let's just copy this or cut it, then paste it right over here. On HTML5, they've created a special tag for navigation, which is nav. So by just opening the nav tag and close it, now that we know that this is a navigation, and also we can add a class and ID of this nav. So for example, if we're going to add a class that this nav is primary, it means that this is a primary navigation, because as you can see on our markup, there is a sidebar link, so we can also wrap it in the nav, and we will change the class to like sidebar nav, or on the footer if we have a navigation. Oh, we don't have, but in case we have, we will name it as footer nav. So I guess you understand it. So let's make it like this, that opening nav tag, and let's add a class of primary. Then inside it will be an unordered list with a list item that composed of anchor tags, which is link 1, link 2, 3, 4, 5, which is exactly the same to this right here. So hit on save, preview it. So as you can see, it is unstyled yet, but we know that it is on the right location. So let's take a look at on the main content. The main content, as you can see right here, it have an image and a content on the right. So it is clearly understand that this is wrap on a division, and this image is floated to the left and this is floated to the right. So let's see what we can do there. So let's delete this and make sure to comment the end. So end main content. So if you're wondering how I do this in a shortcut way, you just press Control and period on the keyboard to open up the comment and add the text and main content. And also by pressing the Control and the /, it will open up a opening and close tag, and you can type in whatever you want, like H1, H2, like that. So that's it. So first will be the image. So image, as you can see, I just press Control and /. So image, src, no reference for now. Alt will be thumbnail, and we will need to add a class on this image. Why? Because just take as an example that this image is unique and different from others, so we will style it differently. So for example, if we're going to click read more and we have this content page, we have different kind of image, or let's say something, it is a wide image or it is a vertical image, so we will not apply the same style of it, we will just remain it unstyled. So for this one, in case we will add a padding, for example, and make the image right here, so it is important to have a class because it is styled differently and most of them on the homepage uses it, like this bunch of posts right here. So I hope you understand. So let's add a class of thumbnail. The next, we will create a division for this to position this inside of a division. So div, and then h1, paragraph, and a link. So h1 and paragraph and a link. Or you can just press on A then tab. It will create a automatic closing and opening and closing tag for you. Then read more, And the other one is the paragraph. Just copy it. The same also to the heading. Like that. As we know, the heading on most common blog are clickable, so let's go ahead and wrap it on an anchor tag. And title will be nothing for now. What else? So I think we did it. And what we can do here, we can add a new HTML5 tag, which is article. And let's add a class of, let's see, posts. Because as you can see on the markup, this is a list of posts right here. And copying the same style, so it is more appropriate to add a class. So go ahead and copy it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because on the design, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit on save. Let's preview it. And now we have a complete markup on the main content. As you can see the image, and this is the content right here. So let's proceed on the sidebar. So sidebar links and composed of links. So this is a separate div, and also this is a separate div. So we are going to wrap it on the same class, because as we know, the heading is the same on the other also. So we are going to go to the sidebar and comment this out, and sidebar. So for me, I'm going to wrap it on a div with a class of side box, for example. And this side box composed of heading, which we will use h2. And let's see, sidebar links. And this h2 will have a class of sidebar heading. And then we're going to create an unordered list. Copy this, link 1, like li a, press tab, title for now will be none, press link, press Ctrl V to paste it, copy, link 1, link 2, link 3, link 4. Then let's copy the side box, paste it there. Make sure to comment out the end part, so end side box. Then let's copy this and let's see, so the other widgets. So this is will or let's name this as sidebar heading. Let's name this as text widget, because as we see right here, this is a text widget composed only of text. Paste it. So as you can see on the markup, this is on the separate line. So to do this, you just type in br, a break tag, to push the element to break this paragraph and push it to the second line. Let's preview it. Actually, we need two break tags. So as you can see, it pushes down and it is on the right place now. And as you can see, even without styles, you can visualize that it is likely the same to our design right here. So the last thing will be the copyright. So just copy it, and on the footer, just type in small tag, place the copyright, and make sure that your site is clickable. So we're going to wrap it in an anchor tag, title HTML5. Change it to HTML5 since the name of our site is HTML5. Save it and go back. So it is on place now. So that's it for this video. We've completely marked up the whole layout on the header section, the logo, the navigation links, the post on the main content, the sidebar widget on the sidebar, and the copyright text on the footer. So as promised, on the next video we are going to style this and make it more presentable. So make sure to check it out. So see you guys on the next video.